Hello and welcome to Horror Stories. I'm Jbae.
And I'm Liam.
And today we're going to go over everything that's horror.
And everything that's gore.
About the nightlife industry.
Heyo.
Woo! Well, happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th.
That was this last weekend.
Yes, mine was insane. I was working triple doubles.
Really?
Yeah, and I honestly didn't even remember working the 4th. Someone at work on Sunday was asking how it was, and I was like, wait, did I work? And they're like, yes, you were here. And I was like, oh shit, I don't even
It was
remember.
on a Friday this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, I heard Tahoe was insane.
I'm surprised there was so many people celebrating because wasn't everybody supposed to strike on celebrating 4th of July?
Oh yeah, well no one's gonna give up an opportunity to drink.
That's true.
Yeah, even my family went to our cabin in Lake Almanor, and even they said that it was way busier than normal up there. So like people are, I think, starting to like go away from Tahoe.
Perfect.
Yeah, I heard it was like record breaking this year.
Waller and I were gonna go to Lahontan, but Lahontan's closed
Oh.
because of dangerous amounts of blue-green algae.
Oh.
But I was like, damn, because Lahontan's so fun because you can take your car right onto the beach
Yeah.
and just park there.
It's wild.
It's fun.
It's fun.
I hope they get it back open soon.
Yeah, it was really low when I went.
Yeah, did you have to go down a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was always like that.
Yeah.
But that's fun. You drive down. I drove down that in my little Honda Coupe, 2-door, sport, and my car was the only one that made it up the hill without needing help.
Fuck yeah. I love that.
Front wheel
Boss bitch
drive,
moves.
baby.
Hey.
Okay, so today we have creepy facts.
Yes.
I have a listener question send in. They want some of our advice. And then
Whether it's good or not, it's going to be advice.
And then we have your story.
Yes, my story.
Your personal story.
Yes.
Okay, cool. How exciting.
It is.
Okay, well, let me pull up these facts. 10 scary mental disorders you've never heard of, but you probably have.
Oh, done. Done deal. I probably went through 5 of them writing this story.
All right, 1 is Cotard's delusion, also known as walking corpse syndrome. People truly believe they are dead or don't exist. Some stop eating because they think they have no organs.
Oh, no. I eat.
You eat.
I eat.
Oh, let's talk about that. You do eat, and you had sushi in your fridge that I had to know that the
okay.
fridge was unplugged.
Yeah, okay, they unplugged the fridge.
What do you mean they?
Okay, someone
Haha.
unplugged the fridge.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, yeah, so there was old rotten sushi in there.
Yeah, something dripped on her leg, I guess.
We're going to cut it off at the end of the episode.
Yeah, figured it'd be a fun little video.
Okay, number 2 is capgrass delusion. You're convinced your friends or family have been replaced by imposters. They look identical, but you know they're not the real person.
Ooh. That's interesting. There was an SVU episode that was kind of like that, but it was, it might have been the same syndrome, but they just called it differently. But it was like, if they heard the voice of their loved one, they believed it was them. But the second that they visually saw them, they believed it was someone completely different, and like they would try to attack the person. So it happened to this daughter and this mother. Yeah, and the daughter's like, "Mom, no," and the mom's like, "Eat."
Whoa, why would they attack them?
Because like when she saw her daughter, she was like, "You're not my daughter." But when she heard her daughter, she believed it was her daughter.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
so
like
weird.
so they had to like talk through like, two-way glass and shit.
Is that where the term cap came from? Capgrass? No, capgrass delusion. It's serving cap.
Serving cap.
Okay, number 3, and I think this is French, so I took Spanish. Apologies if I misenunciate anything, but folie à deux, which means shared psychosis. 2 or more people share the same insane delusion. It's led to murders, cults, and suicide pacts, all fueled by one shared lie.
Ooh. Okay. I think it's folie à deux.
Folie à deux?
I think. Maybe. I don't know. My French is really rusty.
Yeah. Me too.
I only know how to say like please and thank you and like can I get a baguette and remember the name the word of it right now, but it's basically telling someone to fuck off because they're an asshole. I learned it for the bar so I could be like polite and they have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Well, I love that.
Va te faire foutre, I think that's what it is.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Number 4, dissociative identity disorder, or DID. One body, multiple identities. Some alters don't know the others exist. Some take full control for days or even weeks.
So like multiple personality?
No, dissociative identity disorder.
Oh. I was dissociating in the car so bad today. I literally was driving for like 10 minutes and I was like, we were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck am I? Who the fuck got me here?
Yeah. I know. It's like,
I sure as hell didn't.
I think it's like muscle memory when you drive to the same place so many times that
Yeah.
like you just kind of zone out.
That's absolutely what I did.
Okay, number 5, body integrity identity disorder, or BIID. People feel like their arms or legs don't belong to them. The urge to amputate becomes so intense, they sometimes do it themselves.
Oh, nice.
I wonder
your
if that's
leg.
like how like the like
Restless legs.
well, like because I take a certain medication, my leg will twitch without me trying to make it twitch, you know? And it does it a lot. So I wonder if these people have these twitches and stuff to the point where they're like, these aren't even my limbs anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cutting them off.
I'm cutting them off.
Number 6, schizophrenia with command hallucinations. Voices tell you to hurt yourself or others. The terrifying part, you can't always tell what's real and what's not.
Dude, that one always scares me. I've had this like irrational fear that I'm gonna get or have schizophrenia because it develops around this age.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like one night that I straight up was hearing voices and like to the point where I believed that my mother flew my family from Thailand down to surprise my dad for his birthday and was like keeping them in the room across the hall. And like they just brushed it off as no big deal. And I'm like having a full fucking panic attack because there's no one in the room and like someone is talking to me. It was insane. It's only happened one time, but I don't know. It was great. It was
Walter
crazy.
says he hears people talking in his room all the time.
Well, that's because it's haunted, and that is true. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Okay, depersonalization, or also known as derealization disorder. You feel detached from your body, or like reality isn't real, as if you're floating in a dream you can't wake up from. Okay, I for sure have that.
Oh yeah, that
Like,
was me on Sunday.
I think that my anxiety will make me so lightheaded that I start to feel unreal, and I'm just in a dream and floating. So,
Yeah.
all right, number 8 is Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Your perception of time, size, or space warps. Objects seem huge or tiny. Your body feels distorted and nothing looks right.
Okay. So like major mushrooms type of deal.
I think you're just so indifferent. I think your brain is just really...
Or like when you're like so out of it that like stuff starts going like in and out.
Yeah,
and, like,
maybe.
You feel ginormous.
I never feel ginormous. I am 2 feet tall.
I'm just a baby girl.
Okay, number 9. Clinical... Oh my god, okay.
Depression.
Clinical lycanthropy.
Okay.
Yes, it's real. Oh, because I questioned if it was real or not. I mainly questioned how to say it. People believe they are turning into a werewolf or animal.
Oh, every day.
They may growl, crawl, or even attack others.
Oh, so it's a furry?
Yeah.
No, every day I wish I was a werewolf. Are you kidding me?
Dude, we have the furry conventions in town.
Yeah, it's always interesting to go to the buffet when those are happening.
Right?
It's a bunch of rabid dogs eating their dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. Number 10. Autophagia. Honestly, guys, I'm really, really proud of myself for being able to read this stuff. The compulsive urge to eat parts of your own body. From chewing fingers to full-on self-mutilation. It's terrifying, painful, and often uncontrollable.
I mean, yeah, the painful part for sure. I mean, like, I bite my fingernails, but that's because I have ADHD. Is it ADHD? Anxiety?
No. Not biting your fingernails. Like literally chewing. Did you know, like, we could bite through our finger and like a carrot?
Receptors tell us not to.
Yeah. That's how strong our jaws are. But, like, for some reason, autophagia makes you
I mean, I guess if you're going to eat someone, eat yourself. Like, let's not harm others. Right? Self-sufficient.
Eat yourself, queen. Be independent.
Eat yourself.
Period. Okay, that's all the facts that I have. Now,
also, please don't eat yourself. Like, it's not a good idea.
Okay, so this one isn't really a nightlife. It doesn't really have anything to do with nightlife, but it's like in the tattoo industry. So I felt like we could talk about this because we're also degenerates.
Yeah, and I also love giving my opinion.
Okay, so we have a listener named Valeria Favaloro.
Ooh.
Pretty.
That's a name.
Okay, so the header says blocked from tattoo owner.
Oh.
Hey there, Horror Stories team. I do have a story to tell you guys. Maybe you can help. I've been listening to your podcast for a while, as if we've been like around for years.
I mean, hey, it's been
a few months.
It's been Okay.
Valeria, we love that.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I know you guys talk about working in nightlife industry, but this has nothing to do with the nightlife. This is actually the opposite.
Okay, daytime tattoos.
Daytime tattoo. Okay,
That's
I guess.
Fine.
Okay,
most
right.
of my tattoos are done at night.
And most tattoo artists are alcoholics.
Yeah.
Okay. And just wanted to vent. Okay, girl. Snaps.
Yes, get it out.
A few days ago, a tattoo artist that I have been going to since 2022 has blocked me and recommend I go somewhere else. I'm not going to say the name of the tattoo shop in case they listen to this podcast, but they used to be in downtown Reno and then moved to Sparks on Sullivan and Greenbrae. Okay, Google it. I'm kidding. Which tattoo shop is Sparks and Greenbrae?
In Sparks.
I'm not going to say the name, but I'm going to give the exact address.
I love it.
I'm upset about this, and the reason for them blocking me is because they said I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted a tattoo. But I did. I just had to cancel last minute because I had a important doctor's appointment.
Okay, wait. Did you know about this doctor's
appointment? Girl.
I mean,
okay.
And I guess like it also depends like how big was the tattoo? Was there a deposit?
Right.
Like,
did
or
you
was this just
no
like,
call, no show?
Yeah.
She says, do you think that it's messed up that they blocked me? Can I still go to that shop and try to resolve things with the owner?
I mean, I always say try and resolve an issue, right? But also, like, that seems pretty major for, like, a first offense thing unless, like, you've rescheduled.
I need to hear the
times.
tattoo. I need to hear the tattoo
and, like,
guy's side of the
tattoo?
story.
Like, if they set aside their entire day for this tattoo and, like, was relying on you showing up, that's a different story. I mean, I'm still not sure if that would be, like, a blocking, but, like, next time take it to a non-refundable deposit.
Right.
But if it also, like, if it was, like, a quick, like, 30-minute, hour-long tattoo.
Hey, I mean.
Like, those spots could be filled easily.
You never know. Oh, yeah. So easy. There's a million fucking tattoo shops. Okay. So, wait, what was I gonna fucking say? Damn it. What were you just talking about?
They, like, blocked out their whole day for the tattoo.
Oh, yeah. And, like, it just really depends on how close
you are
you
with
cut
them.
it.
Well, and now we end with the tattoo artist.
I think a blockable offense would be like a no call, no show on a day. Like you had the whole day blocked out for this person.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, I personally feel like they didn't understand and thought I was being unfair to them. Are they allowed to stop me from booking with other artists? I did contact the BBB, Better Business Bureau.
Oh.
But unfortunately, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl.
No, that's...
What?
Yeah. Okay.
We are no snitches out here, huh?
Yeah,
what
Better
the fuck?
Business Bureau. Also, girl,
on a
like,
tattoo shop.
there's like 70 of them. Just go somewhere else. And also, like, if they're blocking you over one offense, you probably just don't want them to do your tattoo
Right.
anyway.
That could be a sign. Maybe it's a blessing. Things that don't work out for you usually end up working out for you.
Yeah.
But
Also, like, don't contact the Better Business Bureau. Like, I'm not trying to say that's some Karen shit, but that's like a little bit of some Karen shit.
oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
She says,
What would they even do?
okay, I think the Better Business Bureau literally just handles like HR kind of businesses.
Or
like corporate jobs. And, I don't know. Yeah. Girl, you just have to know that tattoo artists, it says it in their description of what they are, artists. So they're artists. Yeah. And they run off of blood, sweat, and tears, and ink and alcohol.
Yeah.
And probably weed. And they don't really have as much OSHA. Well, OSHA, yes, with keeping everything clean. Yes. But, like, they don't have as much standards that they have to live by because getting tattoos is such a, like, grimy, hardcore thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, grimy and hardcore, yes. But also, like, I feel like at the same time, like, getting a tattoo, like, it's very personal between you and the artist, and so you want to vibe with the artist, right?
True.
Like you want them to understand your vision. And
shout out to my artist, George Quick. I love you, man.
Aw, love Quick.
We love Quick.
Yeah, we love Quick. Dylan Delano, my artist,
woo.
For many of my tattoos. So Jake from Aces as well.
Yes, George Quick from Absolute Tattoos done pretty much all of my stuff, and then Johnny Evil at Seven Swans.
Quick spins some sick records.
Yeah, he does.
He's DJ'd a few times at my old bar, and he like does it old school. It's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
I ran into him at Trader Joe's the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. Okay, she says, please let me know what you think. If this is not a good story to talk about on your podcast, I understand. Thank you for your time.
No, I mean, I think everyone is eventually going to think about getting a tattoo.
Right.
And I think, like, the moral of the story is just, like, don't force something that's not there. Like, if you're not vibing, like, there are a bunch of artists that do a bunch of different styles. Like, there's some artists that only do, like, traditional or whatnot. But, like, just shop around. It's like insurance. Like, you have to shop around.
I remember what I was going to say from earlier. So when you go to the front and you sign that little paperwork, that's a contract basically that you're signing.
Yeah.
And if you agree, I mean, the artist could literally come after you for like a full, like if you miss your appointment, they can charge you the full appointment. So once you sign that dotted line, you need to make sure you're making it to that appointment or letting them know.
I'm not sure if I've ever actually signed anything.
You've never filled out paperwork like with your ID and everything at the beginning of an appointment?
I think I did.
Don't say that. That's bad. You're getting people in trouble. Don't say anywhere.
I mean, never mind.
He signed a paper everywhere.
Yeah, I did. Okay, well, like, so the tattoos that I, planned out, I absolutely did. But there was also, like, some tattoos that I've gotten done that was, like, I was hammered at 3 a.m. and, like, we just were like, we're going to do tattoos, open up the shop. Rah.
Well, if you know the guy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
If you know a guy.
she obviously doesn't know the guy.
Yeah, no, and I don't think you should. I don't think you need to. I don't think it's going to be worth your while. I don't think it's going to be an enjoyable experience for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of tattoo artists that are fucking dicks out there, man.
Yeah.
So just find someone that vibes with you. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my segments. Now it's time for Liam's scary story.
For my story.
Ding.
All right, guys. Well, this story has given me a lot of anxiety today. I've been texting Jess about it. I joke on and off about what happened a lot, but I have never actually, I guess, like relived it or like tried to recall any of it. It happened. I buried it deep down under a bunch of brick and cement like 9 years ago.
And let me add something. This is therapeutic, what we're doing. And anybody who gets upset with us for speaking our minds about our experiences and how we felt like things have happened, then don't listen, you know? Like, this is therapeutic for us. I'm gonna say it. We're doing this because we love talking about our experiences and sharing. So, yeah.
And getting them out there.
Right.
Okay. My hands are clammy. I'm nervous. Bear with me. I haven't talked about this until this day. So, all right. It was about 8 or 9 years ago. I just left home for the first time. As a kid, I always wanted to get away from home, but I never imagined that the first place I'd move would be Miami. I was just as naive as an 18-year-old could be. I was also as wild as an 18-year-old could be, which is not the best combination. I moved down there for a job in event promoting for a woman named Ashley, who I met through Snapchat, of all places.
Oh, good. Very,
I know.
trustworthy.
Yeah, I moved across the country for a job through Snapchat.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, red flag.
What was the job?
It was event promoting.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like, I only knew her through Snapchat, and she was like, you should come work for me. It was after I was at my other event promoting job. And,
jump in feet first, man.
you know, I was 18. Like, my mom knew that there was nothing that she was going to do to stop me. So I was very headstrong and very much of a stubborn asshole child. Also, preface to this, I did not look anything like this when I was 18. I had long blonde hair. I was very...
Like more feminine?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't have a beard, anything like that.
So not a teddy bear, you were a twink.
Yeah, well, like a thick twink. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
I still like to eat. You know, I didn't
Okay,
think my
period,
body was
period.
dead or anything.
Does twink mean tiny?
I
Like
don't
they're skinny?
necessarily know like the exact terminology, but like usually twinks are like.
Oh. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So I moved down there. We promoted a few events down there. We promoted a children's book, which was that was a really cool event. He survived leukemia, and he wrote a book about it. He was like 8. He was really sick, like not sick like bad, but like a really cool kid.
Okay.
He was really, really cool, really driven. A yoga retreat, a beach club, etc. I had been in Miami for about a month at this point. Mind you, it's the end of the July in Miami. So like miserable, hot, and humid. I can't even describe to you the feeling of the heavy, wet blanket that was attached to me at all times, no matter like how cold of a shower you take.
Ew.
Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. And like coming from here, like I was absolutely not used to it.
It's dry here in Reno.
Very. As a few weeks go by, I've been staying in her condo with her and her roommate in downtown Miami near Brickell and 3rd Street. I wake up one morning and she tells me that she's going to Switzerland.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what for, but the point is that she was leaving me alone in Miami.
Oh, good.
With her roommate, which her roommate actually was very nice, very cool. Can't very much remember his name, but I hope he's doing well. And I think he moved back to his hometown in Chicago. But he was a sweetheart. So naturally, I went out and partied my ass off like any 18-year-old who had been let loose in Miami would. My first stop was Club Space. So this was back when you didn't have to pay $200 to get into Club Space. Like you could, and I was with someone that I knew. I walk up the stairs and you can feel the music pounding through your feet, leading all the way to your heart. Just like
Who did you go out with?
It was a friend of the roommates, I believe. I think.
You knew them or no?
I mean, like, as much as you could.
Okay.
You know?
It's not like you just went out by yourself.
No, not alone. But, like, because he got me in. I mean, I was 18. I had a fake, but it wasn't a good one. Green and blue lights were flashing everywhere, and there was this icy cold smoke that filled the room as if, like, some snow beast was, like, hotboxing the room. They pumped this smoke into the room to cool everyone down because, as you can imagine, everyone's on like Molly and ecstasy and coke, so like everyone's sweating and hot and whatnot. So they pumped this like smoke, gas, whatever you want to call it, fog machine that's like cold. And so it's, I mean, refreshing, but it's also like a little sketch.
Yeah. If I was at a place where gas was falling on me, I'd be like, get me out of here. They're going to freaking steal my organs.
So I go to grab a drink, I pop some ecstasy, and off I go. Woohoo. Young, dumb, and
usual.
Full of fun. Yeah. I mean, if I was going to do it, I was going to do it. As the night progresses, I find myself lost in the music, surrounded by everyone in the club. Everyone's grinding, making out, sweating all over everyone. Even some people are trying to fuck right there against the wall. It was absolute chaos, and I have no idea how much time I spent in there, but I didn't care. I was on a cloud, a very loud, warm, and wet cloud, but a cloud nonetheless, and I wasn't coming down.
Clouds are wet.
Clouds are wet. I was wet. I end up dancing with this man for a while, and to this day, his face is still a blur. I think that he was attractive, but in all honesty, I didn't really care at this point. He thought I was cute, and being 18, that was good enough for me. I had major validation problems, and, I mean, we're still working on that. So as the club starts to thin out a little bit, not much, but, like, just enough for me to notice that, like, I actually have room to move around and dance and everything. He asks if I want to get out of there and head to his place. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, I'm down. I'm like all hot and sweaty.
Oh, this is such a good idea. Yeah.
So we head down the stairs, and I notice that there's a line of people still waiting to come in. But I also notice that the sun is rising. So, like, it's got to be at least, like, I think, like 5 a.m. or something. But, like, in Miami, I mean, they just go forever. Literally forever. It says his place is close. So we are going to walk, and I'm just going to follow him. He grabs my hand, and we start off towards his condo. I'm sure at this point I look like a drunken drowned rat walking on stilts. From what I remember, the walk wasn't too long, but we were at his place before the sun was in his or her full glory, shining the spotlight of shame on everybody below. He lived high up in a typical Miami condo. The elevator ride took what seemed like forever, but once I heard that ding, it was game on. He leads me to his door and pushes me against it as he starts to kiss me. He unlocks the door, and I stumble backwards, catching my balance before I fall on the ground and completely embarrass myself. Thinking back, my first red flag should have been how blank his apartment was. I just remember it being so white with nothing but a couch, a TV, and a coffee table.
You mean millennial gray?
No, I mean Miami white. Oh, yeah. The big white walls were completely blank, which blended in with the white marble floors and separated only by the glass windows that surrounded the apartment. Things started to get a little hot and heavy in the hallway, so he pulls me away, grabs my wrist, and says to follow me, and of course, like an idiotic child, I did. We walk down this hallway and stop at a door. He pushes it open, turns to me, and says, I hope you're ready to have some real fun. In my state of mind, my initial thought was, hell fucking
cocaine.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, hell fucking yeah, I'm ready to have some real fun. Like, I've been ready. Let's go. Thinking I'm about to walk into probably a barren and very poorly decorated bedroom. Well, I wish that's what I walked into. He opened the door, and I see a large metal cage, probably about 8 feet tall by 6 feet wide. I don't really know what to think at this point. A million scenarios are running through my head. Maybe he's just really kinky. Maybe this is like a sex swing thing. Maybe he has a pet lion that I don't know about. Like, I don't know. I was trying to rationalize every part of it. So I turn around and I say, what is this for? To which he responds, it's for you. I'm going to have so much fun with you. And,
Oh my God.
And before I can register what he said, he starts walking towards me, forcing me to step back closer and closer to the cage. With one last shove, I'm now fully in the cage, and he closes the door. This part always gets a little fuzzy for me. I think both because I was like really fucked up, and also my subconscious is just not wanting to remember.
Well, it blocks it out for you.
Yeah.
To protect you.
But I remember, the one thing I do remember is I remember him saying something like, I'll be back, just be a good boy and don't do anything stupid. So he leaves, and there's 2 locks on the cage, one on the top and one on the bottom, so like I couldn't reach to any of them.
Yeah.
And he leaves me alone in this desolate ass apartment in a city where I know no one. I panic for quite a while, like realizing like this is it, like it's over.
Did he take
I'm
your
done.
phone and everything?
Oh yeah, well, I don't even think I had my phone on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't have anything because I was fucked up, and I went out and
Right.
I had my wallet.
It's smart if I leave my phone at home because then I won't lose it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
So I panicked for a while, and I tried to find any way to get out of this hellhole, but nothing was working. So I just laid down and I passed out on the floor, hoping to wake up somewhere else, or like hoping that like he's gonna be back in an hour and be like, oh, like I had to go get some stuff, or I don't know, like anything. I don't know how long I was asleep for, I guess until later that day or early the next morning. But I wake up to the sound of the security alarm beeping, alerting that the front door opened. I quickly get up and pacing around, waiting for the door to open. I hear things being moved around in the living room, and then I hear a vacuum start. Confused as to what's going on, wondering why he hasn't come back to the room yet, I just stand there and listen for anything that would be weird or like would give me a clue or whatnot. I think about an hour goes by, and I finally hear footsteps walking down the hall. This is my shot, like get ready, like gear up. The door opens, but it's not him. It's what I'm assuming was his cleaning lady. She looked surprised to see me, but not overly surprised. Like this wasn't her first time seeing someone in this room.
Like she just didn't expect anyone to be there, but it's not like she's seen people in there, but
she wasn't expecting me in there.
Right.
Yeah. So she looked like she wasn't overly surprised, but it wasn't her first time seeing someone in that room. She just wasn't expecting to see me.
Just another day at the job.
Yeah. She says sorry and goes to close the door.
She says sorry?
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. I yell for her to wait, and she turns around, and I tell her I've like had to go. I tell her anything, and I told her I was like I've had to go to the bathroom for hours. Like, please, like, can I go to the bathroom? And I'm like, you don't want to clean this up too, right? Like, you're the cleaning lady. Like,
right. That was a good. Yeah, that was
I
good.
pleaded back and forth with her for a while, and she pauses for what feels like an absolute eternity. But then she finally agrees. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, thank fuck, like, Lord God, Angel, Jesus, Virgin Mary, thank you. Like, this is my chance. So there is a latch on the top and the bottom of the cage that I couldn't reach. And she goes to unlock them and cracks the door. She then grabs my wrist and starts to lead me to the bathroom, which was directly across the hall from the room that I was in.
Yeah, right. She was probably like 2 feet tall, dude.
No, well, I mean, like, she's leading me that way. Like,
you're like,
she wasn't letting go at that point, and I was still like out of it, and like,
oh, true,
not really realizing like what's going on, and we're like,
and like you don't know if that guy's there,
yeah, or that I'm like realizing that I'm even in this position. Plus, also, like, again, I'm 18.
Oh,
like
we got locked in places at 18.
yeah, we did. They were funny. So this is my chance, and I've got to run with everything that I've got. We make our way towards the bathroom door, and as she's opening I shove her into the bathroom door with everything that I have, which mind you wasn't much. I was hungover as fuck, scared shitless, and I'm pretty sure the drugs were still in my system, but I gave it my all.
God.
She falls into the door and lands on the bathroom floor. I start sprinting down the hallway trying to remember where the front door is, and all I can remember is like, it's to the left, because I just remember going right when I walked in. As I reach the end of the hallway, I see the empty living room with the white couch, white coffee table, and single TV. That's when it hit me, like, this is actually real. This is actually happening. Like, I didn't dream this. And I look to my left and see the front door slightly left ajar from her cleaning supplies. I run as fast as I can, finally feeling a sense of, like, hope and relief. But as I reach the door, I feel a hand grab my neck.
Stop.
It was her hand.
Oh my God.
Dude, so that's why, like, I feel
she
like
grabbed your neck?
Yeah, well, she tried. I mean, like, so I think that she was in on it. Or like, like I think that like it was his personal cleaning lady, because like, I don't know, don't ask, don't tell type of thing. But it was her, which surprised me at first. I didn't think she would continue to try to stop me, but I guess she didn't want to get in trouble and has maybe become used to this situation. I don't know. She grabs for the back of my neck, but her little hands can only manage to grab hold of my necklace. I yank myself away as hard as I can, feeling my necklace snap in half as I lunge myself out the door, tripping over all of her cleaning supplies. I turn around for a quick second to see her standing only feet away from me, holding my necklace in her hand. And I just go, fuck this, fuck that necklace. Like, I'm out of here. And I was actually really sad because, like, I really loved that necklace. It was, like, one I've had for a long time.
Damn.
So that sucks. But I sprint towards the nearest exit sign leading to the stairwell and run down what felt like 20 or 30 flights of stairs. I lost count, and honestly, I didn't care. I jumped down those stairs until I finally saw the little window on the exit door shining light into the stairwell. I make it outside, and I turn around. She's not behind me, and I don't hear anyone running down the stairs either. Thank fucking God. Hoping she just gave up, I look around to figure out where I am. All I can think is like, oh my God, like I'm alive. Like, I can't believe that just happened, or almost happened, or didn't, but did happen. Or what he even wanted with me. If it was like a thing of like, you're like,
well,
my
great,
sex
Liam.
slave now.
Now that lady's dead or needs a new job. She probably left the country.
That's fine. That's fine. She wasn't helping anyone.
Hey, she probably took your necklace, sold it, and got the fuck out of Dodge.
Well, then good. I hope she got away from this man's psychotic behavior. So I started walking back to the club so I could gather my bearings, because from there I knew the way back to the condo that I've been staying at, which was about a 40-minute walk from the club, which in that time I decided that this whole thing never actually happened, and we don't ever need to talk about it until today.
Oh my God, dude. I was literally just thinking, like, did you ever tell the police about this?
No.
And then I was thinking, damn, like, now they learned from you not to let their next victim go pee.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was thinking I didn't ever tell the police with my situation.
Oh, yeah, no.
Damn,
No,
we suck.
It happened that day, and it went away that day. I mean, until today. Like, this is the first time this story is even, like...
Oh, my God. Dude, honestly, it could have been so much worse for both of us.
Like, thank God that he gets his place cleaned, I guess. Or that she, like, let me go to the bathroom. But so, as I'm walking...
Dude, he could have tortured you.
Oh, I know. I know, like everything was going through my head. And I think I just, like... I shut down, and then I just went into, like, fight or flight. But as I walk into my condo, my boss's roommate asks me where I've been, and I respond with the guy, we had a pretty wild night. He goes, well, thank God you're home. I was starting to get worried. And I go, yeah, thank God. I laugh off casually as I make my way to the shower, hoping to scrub off every memory of that night. And I have until today.
Why do you think you haven't talked about this?
I think I was just really young, and everyone was really doubtful of me going to Miami.
Yeah.
And
you didn't want the I told you so's, and
I didn't want the I told you so's. I didn't want to admit to myself that I was stupid and out of pocket. I wanted I wanted to be like, oh, I can handle all of this, but it just didn't happen.
Well, I think with men too, like it's that sense of pride where you're like, fuck, I'm supposed to be able to take care of myself, you know?
Yeah.
But like when you are in the gay community, like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because all of the roles reverse, and there's some guys that just think they can dominate you, and that's really scary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, and it's my stupid ass's fault for going with them, but I thought it was just like every other time.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many times I've taken Molly and been like, yeah, and just gone to a random stranger's house, you know?
I just remember like all I could think about when I was in that cage trying to like fall asleep was just like fuck, like my parents. I mean, obviously everything that you think about when like you think that you're not ever gonna see anybody that you know ever again, right? Or that like it's like he's like some weird Dahmer shit. Or I mean, I could have probably done like the sex slave thing for a week, but then like
well, you would have lost your job.
yeah.
Actually, I feel like you would have been found because there's so many cameras in the streets, and like the roommate would have started freaking out because you never came home and knows that you're not from around there. And then the police would have been like, all right, we're going to look at this nightclub's like,
I mean, one would definitely hope.
Yeah. There's like, they check the cameras of like all of the traffic lights and everything. But that's why I'm like, man, I really hope that robbers and kidnappers, like, they have such a hard time nowadays, but they still do it, dude.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so then after that, I didn't learn my lesson.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then there's another story for another time after that. But then I moved out of Miami probably, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that scared me shitless. But then also, like it did, but then it didn't, because, like I said, I buried it so fucking deep that like I just erased it. So like there wasn't anything there to be scared about anymore.
Yeah, and you came back to Reno being like, well, I handled this in freaking Miami, and Reno's nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm also just surprised that he had like that big of a cage, or like where he even got it.
Where the fuck did he go?
I don't fucking know.
Like, how rude.
I don't know. I don't know if he was like waiting until I was like hungry and dehydrated, like for like a few days to like come back, so like I'm easier to like handle or whatnot. Or
you are a burly man.
Yeah.
Was he a big guy?
Yeah, he was bigger than me.
Whoa.
I mean, at 18, so like, I mean, I was like,
you're so tall though.
I was only a couple inches tall. I was shorter at 18.
Oh.
So that's just like a PSA, guys, of like, people are fucking creeps. And I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But
I hope you don't need to listen to our podcast to know not to go home with random strangers. But I mean,
yeah.
When in Rome.
Yeah. Or at least like not in like big ass cities like that. I mean, like I've gone home with plenty of random strangers here, and it's always like a little sketch, but I feel like, I guess, a little bit safer.
Well, I feel like you know the type of people that are here in Reno.
Yeah, exactly. And with those places, like they could be from fucking Russia for all I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, you could have been bear meat.
Yeah.
Vodka. This is brought to you by vodka.
So that's the time that I was locked in a cage and escaped by tricking the cleaning lady.
Have you ever been in jail?
No.
Okay, so yeah, the only time. Me neither.
Dude, surprisingly. Yeah, I honestly don't know how I haven't, and I'm very grateful.
I think it's because we're water signs.
Yeah.
I would cry.
Yeah.
I think I've cried my way out of jail a lot.
There was one time that was like, it was possibly gonna happen. It was a drunk driving situation.
Oh,
but
man.
My mom showed up, and I don't know what she said to the cops, but she shut that shit down.
Oh, good.
Quick, and they just let me go home.
Dude, okay. The last time I ever drank, maybe it was one of the last times. It was like nearing till the end of like where I was like, I'm done. But I kind of remember being in a parking lot and a bunch of cops around me, and they were talking to me, and I think I was just like randomly dumped in a parking lot by random people. and here in town. And I think I was about to get drunk and disorderly in public, right? But I was like crying and crying, and then luckily one of the cops actually walked up, and it was one of my friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was crying and everything, and he's like, oh, do you want me to call Big Shug, which is one of the security guys at Axwar? And he's like, do you want me to call Big Shug to come pick you up? And I was like, yeah, I do.
Thank fuck.
Me and Shug were, you know, how friendships go, on and off, on and off, on and off. But we were off at the time, and he still came down to pick me up.
Hey, that's
and
awesome.
he told me, he was like, I didn't think you were going to let me. And I was like, what? And rather go to jail? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he picked me up and took me home. And
see, that's through thick and through thin right there.
That is. So thanks, Shug. We love that.
We love that.
We love you.
You gotta protect us.
I know. But anyways, yeah, dude. I should have been in jail.
You should have been in jail. I should have been in a cage.
Walter has literally put the fear of God into me. He's like, I will kick you out of this house. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not drinking. So it's kind of like jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, hey, I think that's pretty much all we have for today. We hope you guys all had a wonderful 4th of July. And we hope you all celebrated because, I mean, come on, guys. It's all about the troops. It's not about who the president is. It's about the people who put their lives on the line for us.
Yes.
And, you know, made it possible for us to sit on our couches and complain about anything we want and have the freedom of speech to talk shit about our president. You know what I mean? Like, let's be so fucking for real. Like, have respect for those troops because those people are the shit.
Yeah.
And all the first responders, all of that, everybody. So, anyways, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I think that's it.
Also, don't walk into any cages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get your drugs tested and be safe.
Yeah.
Always.
Please follow us on all the socials. Please like, please subscribe, and send in some stories to horrorstorysubmit at gmail.com. Stay hoary.
Stay gory.
Love you. Bye.